Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Matt Leschko with 1836 Property Management, as always in beautiful downtown Austin, Texas. Today, we're here with you to discuss some maintenance processes. I know it's really riveting stuff, and this video is going to be a little bit longer than most, but we want owners or investors to know how maintenance is handled. So if you have questions, you can at least know our processes, and then we can better be on the same page. These are going to cover some things related to Texas property code, to 1836 standards, and just some whys and how-tos behind the scenes on how maintenance for your investment property is handled. So we're going to start with a couple sections. One is the high priority tasks, and then we've got normal priority tasks. I'm going to be reading a little bit off of my notes today and then elaborating because there is so much to cover in this video. So let's start today with the high priority tasks, which are health and safety related items. So Texas property code has some requirements that within 7 calendar days, we have to resolve these things. Delays for second estimates, insurance visits, waiting to acquire funds are not permitted under the Texas property code. And you can understand why. If there's a health and safety issue and you want to get 10 estimates on it, or you don't have money as the investor, the state doesn't care about that. They care about the health and safety of the occupants. So in order to meet these health and safety criteria within that 7, again, calendar, not business days, what is considered a health and safety item? It's a long list, but let's go through some of these. Mold or fungus, depending on what that may or may not be. Water leaks or flooding. Lack of AC. Temperatures above 85 degrees. That's what's considered unhealthy. Now, make a special note. As of 2025, City of Austin does have a code in place that does not permit for more than 24 hours a resident to be without a cooling system if the temperature is above 85 degrees at all during that time. So they have to have a cooling system that cools at least 15 degrees cooler than the outside temperature, or it's a health and safety issue. So if your house is not in the City of Austin, it's in an adjacent municipality, keep in mind that those municipalities adopt neighboring laws at all times. They don't tell us when they do, they don't. So we have to abide by the most stringent code within the region of service, because let's say that some annexed area in Flitterville decides all of a sudden that they're going to adopt that city code. They don't send out a message. They just do it, and then we could not be in compliance with those laws. And so whatever the best course of action is, the most stringent policy, then that's the one we have to go by. This also applies to lack of heating. So keep in mind, if the high temperature is under 50 degrees, the low temperature is under 40 degrees, that is a health and safety item. No hot water. You have to supply a minimum temperature of 120 degrees of hot water. So even if the hot water heater is not functioning and you only get 5 estimates and that takes 8 days, that is against the state law. No water. Electrical issues that can lead to fire risks, such as faulty wiring, etc. Plumbing issues that can create unsanitary conditions. Now, if you've got a multi-unit complex and you own one condo in that, the backup could even be outside your unit, but it could affect your unit. And so we've only got 7 days to remedy that, figure it out, or get those tenants a safe place to reside, and sometimes even let them out of their lease if the HOA is not being in compliance. But we don't want to put you at risk. If you've got malfunctioning septic systems, things like that, that could also affect as a plumbing issue. Rats or mice, those are considered health hazards. Structural damage such as walls, floors, ceilings. Inability to secure the property. If you've got a really old house and those windows just don't lock, that is a health and safety item. Smoke detectors, carbon monoxide detectors, these could be non-working. They could also simply be expired if no one has properly checked those over the years. Yes, they do expire. Fire safety issues, gas leaks, or anything that would violate the city's building, health, or fire codes. Those are all considered health and safety and have to be remedied within 7 calendar days. Now, as a reminder, we need to let you know that in the 1836 Property Management Agreement, as well as the state promulgated one by the Texas Association of Realtors, your property manager is going to have the authority to approve health and safety related issues. If the cost is too high, we still have to approve those items to get them repaired. We can't call you and say, hey, there's a gas leak. It's going to cost $1 over your limit, but can we take care of that? We don't have time, and we can't do it because our job is to keep you in compliance with the laws, because if you're not in compliance and something goes wrong, you're liable for a lawsuit, and nobody wants to do that. So if you can't pay for those, just keep in mind that we may have to end management because you have some legal obligations as the investor in the state of Texas to maintain those homes and keep them in good working order. If you choose to delay, you could risk the tenant terminating the lease, receiving a refund. The tenant can repair the condition, deduct the cost from their rent, which you do not want the tenant doing work on your property when you can do that yourself. It's not going to save you money, especially, and you're not going to have control over who does it. And the resident can take other judicial remedies. If the investor chooses to delay, as far as the policy, 1836 will require the landlords to pay $150 a day rent credit to the residents in an effort to hopefully avoid legal repercussions. If we give something, we provide them solutions, then we can at least go to court and say, guys, we couldn't do this. We did our best. We did everything possible. There was no vendors available, but we did the best to house them or give them an option so that they could not have to be required to live in that unsafe condition. Should the resident take any of the legal actions mentioned above, the investor will need to manage that directly. So if we as 1836 come to you with an estimate and we say, hey, we need to get this remedied, it's health and safety, and you go, I'm not sure I want to do that. Let me think about it, or I don't have money, or give me 10 estimates. If we all get sued because of that, you as the investor are going to be handling that separately than us, and we're going to actually end up charging you for any legal costs associated, because the delay is not on the corporation's end, it's on the owner's end. I'm sure you understand why that would be the case. Let's talk a little bit about warranties. If you have a builder warranty, a home warranty, things like that, due to the speed at which these issues need to be completed, the home builder appliance warranties may not be used for health and safety related tasks. If I have to go to the builder and schedule 2 weeks out for something that's a gas leak, a water leak, no hot water, no AC, you can see where that builder, they've already made their sale on that home. They certainly want to deliver you good service, but we can't rely on them for something that's going to really put us in a legal hot pot of water. So let's talk now about normal priority tasks. We do have some standards at 1836 because, well, we don't manage slumlord properties, and because we want to stay out of court ourselves. So while the Texas Property Code does not have a required timeline to resolve non-health safety related issues, we, as a reputable company, are responsible for maintaining the property and ensuring the residents' concerns regarding normal wear and tear, getting things addressed so that the tenants renew, stay happy, keep money flowing to you as an owner. And the property must meet our standards, or we're just simply unable to manage it. Believe it or not, we have properties come in every month that we decline because owners think that, well, if they're a tenant, they don't deserve a nice house. Well, those people also don't keep jobs or pay their rent. So we need to deliver great properties to great tenants who are what we call sticky. They have kids in school, maybe they're the local police, firefighters, the teachers, the paramedics. Those are the people that we love because they not only serve our community, they're part of the fabric of our community. They stay in place, they pay their rent, they do the right thing, and they care for their homes. So to meet those standards at 1836, normal priority tasks should still be considered target to complete those within 7 days. That's our goal. We don't want a resident to say, hey, this fan is not working, and it goes 2 months and the resident's upset and they're like, well, if you're not going to care for the house, I don't want to keep my family here, I'm not going to renew my lease. So we still target 7 days. If the investor wishes to delay maintenance by requesting second estimates involving insurance, gathering funds, borrowing money, all these things that just delay, it's possible that we may have to inform you that delayed maintenance is one of the leading causes of residents not renewing their lease, and investors will have to pay a rent credit at a certain point past 7 days. Why do we do that? It's because we want to motivate you as the investor to have to cover the cost of some of these things for the tenant's inconvenience. If the repair does not meet the 1836 standards, the investor fails to act or provide estimated funds, we may have to terminate management because we need to keep our reputation in place. Just because an investor decides that they don't want to repair things on a home that they own, believe it or not, we're the ones getting poor online reviews because of that. So we have to keep our business intact and our reputation in place so that we can deliver great properties to great tenants for great owners. To discuss with a little bit about warranties, home builder warranties, appliance warranties may be used for normal priority tasks. We have no issue with that. However, the management agreement outlines that if the warranty company fails to communicate within 36 hours, a day and a half of a request, or complete a timely repair, we can reassign that to another vendor. We're not responsible for the cost of repairing or voiding warranties due to reassignment, things like that. Guys, if there's a builder warranty and they can't get there for a month because they're backed up, or if some appliance is broken and, well, you want us to send a letter to Japan to get that service provider. We can't be going through all that because we're not getting compensated extra hours for going through all these hoops related to a warranty for something that should just be able to be repaired. So we can reassign those if we need to. And that is back again to ensure that your tenant is pleased, your property is well maintained, and we all keep cash flowing and making money from the investment game in real estate. We maintain our own properties that way, and we want to certainly do the same for you. So if you have any questions, as always, set up a time to connect with your property manager or your maintenance manager or whoever you're working with on your team. I would suggest that if you can get a quick answer by email, that's all great. But if something doesn't ever seem right in the process, if you have questions, if you're unsure, set up a time to do a video consult with one of your team members. They will be happy to set aside time for you. Typically 10 minutes on the video, you feel each other, you understand each other better, and you can get to the root cause of any problems and kind of get the job done. And then everyone's plate is clean and everyone's happy. So set that time up. We're happy to sit with you. We're happy to guide you. We're happy to give you anything you may need to make you successful. As always, find us online, 1836propertymanagement.com, or give us a call, 512-994-4323. We'll be here in Austin helping you succeed as a real estate investor. See you soon.